Om Sadashivasamārambhām Vyāsaśaṅkaramadhyamām Asmadācārya-paryantāम् Vande Guruparamparaṁ Shrutismriti-purāṇānaṁ Ālayam Karuణālayam Namāmi Bhagavatpādam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhāṣakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishayatitam Tasmai Sarva Vide Namaha. So we'll just quickly look at verse number 3, then we'll go to the next one. Sadha cha bhuteshu samosmi kevalaha yata chakam sarvagamaksharam shivam nirantaram nishkalamakriyam param tato namesti hapalam tavaihitaihi. So this we saw in the last class briefly, that it brings out the feature of the Atma. And Atma tells the mind that I am this Nirantaram. I am always there. Nishkalam, Akriyam, that means I do not have any action to do. I am Param. And because of all these features, I do not have any interest in Phalam also. So I don't have any phalam. And aham sada samasmi. So I am present in all of them as the same person. There is no difference. Just as in yesterday's class, the Upanishad class, we talked about how a person sees oneself in everybody. So it is difficult for one to accept one's own self in everybody. It is easy for a person to accept one's own self in one's own self. But accepting the reality, accepting one's own true nature as an extension of the same Atma being present in everybody else is what is represented here. And Sada Bhuteshu. So always present in everything. Name asti iha phalam. So I do not have any interest in any phalam, because being of the nature of actionless, being of the nature of very devoid of punyam and papam, I do not have any fruits. I'm not interested in any fruits. Thereby, tava hitaihi. So even I do not have any benefit also is not getting indicated. Then he elaborates more in the next verse. Aham mamaiko namadhanya dishyate. Aham mamaiko namadhanya dishyate. See, in your book you will have tadanya dishyate, might be having. You correct it as mad anya dishyate. So you will have sometimes some books have got, I think most of the books have got tadanya. So you correct it as madhanya. Aham mamaiko namadhanya dishyate. Tata na kasyapyaham yasangataha asangarupo hamato namitvaya kritena karyam tavachadyattvataha. So here, aham ekam. So aham ekam means I am the only one. There is no second person other than aham ekam. Then namad anya dishyate. So namad anya dishyate. So there is nothing other than me existing. Namad anyat ishyate. So aham ekaha, I am the one. Namad anyad ishyate means there is nothing other than me existing in this world. Tata na kasya api ahamasmi. Therefore, I do not also belong to anyone. See, Atma, Anatma can belong to Anatma. Anatma enjoys Anatma. Atma being of a different reality, it's of a different order of reality. It cannot belong to another order of reality. Correct? So Atma and Anatma, they are of two different order of reality. And Anatma enjoys its presence in the Anatma. Right? But that's why it says here, Tata, therefore, na kasya api. So therefore I so cannot belong to anyone because I do not have anything other than me. So I'm just alone by myself. This is called Atma Vivekam, Atma Jnanam, where the person, he is just on his own and not depending on other people for happiness. Or the person is not depending on Anatma Prapancha for happiness. So an example I can also give you is Anatma always breeds Anatma. And Anatma requires support of Anatma. Example, you can say if it is too hot, very hot in your place, you need a fan or an air conditioner. Right? So the body which requires the comfort is Anatma, correct? And the fan which gives support is also Anatma. Because the fan gives you comfort, air conditioner gives you comfort. So Anatma can always breed another Anatma only. Or it can live only in the field of Anatma only. It can never come. Atma does not require a fan. Atma does not require any coolant, or it doesn't feel hot. Correct? That's why always it says here that I am alone. So aham ekaha na mad anyat ishyate, other than nothing other than me exists. Tata na kasya api aham asmi. Therefore I cannot also belong to anyone also. Asangataha. So see, sangaha means connection. And asangaha means what? Asangataha means I do not have relations. I do not connect with anybody. I do not have an association. So sangam means, let's say, you'll always have a view that I am so and so person. I am connected to this person. I am this husband. I am a wife. I am children, my son, daughter, etc. So these all come from what? Even those people are also are the Anatma Prapancha, correct? So when you say that I am connected to this person, or she's my wife, the wife also is from Anatma Prapancha, right? Because that person also belongs to body, mind, sense complex, which is Anatma. And the one who is talking about a relationship also is Anatma, correct? So two people are talking about each other who are already in the same sphere of knowledge. He cannot talk about other sphere of knowledge because for him, the person to say that I am Atma, he has to disown Anatma. Is it correct? He cannot be saying that Anatma Atma. It's not possible that you belong to two things. Like the water cannot say that, the wave cannot say I like to be wave and also at the same time I'll be water. Cannot, either you have wave or water. Ultimately, wave and water are non-separate. But wave, what does it do? It belongs to the field of Anatma only, because the waves enjoys its company among other waves. The water being asangaha, it is now connected with anything. It's alone. It doesn't enjoy anything at all. That's why it's tatana kasya api aham asmi. Asangataha, because I have no relations, I do not have any connection with anybody. Asangarupaha aham. So my nature is asangarupa. I do not have any attachments, I do not have any relation. Right? See, sangataha means relationship. Asangaha means attachments. So two things, okay? Sangataha. So it means relationship with something. And asangaha, when you say, it means no attachment, or I'm free from attachments. Both are indicating the same thing. But the one which is relationship is more deeper. So you are more connected and more intertwined and entangled with this. In attachments, you are just attached a little bit, not deeply. You are connected to some extent, but not that much. So asanga rupa aham. Ataha, therefore, name. So therefore, name. Tvaya kritena karyam. Name means it has got nothing to do with me. See, the word naha means it's a negation, and me means me. So therefore, this has got nothing to do with me. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are enjoying, whatever you are experiencing, and you are telling me to do, it has got nothing to do with me because I am always alone. I do not have any connection, thereby I do not feel the need to be talking to you or talking to anything with you. But it still says, because Atma says that, look, you are in the Anatma Prapancha, you are wasting your time. And you are suffering because you are in that particular sphere of life where everything is moving, everything is not stable. Shashwatam kadayadu. Ellame shashwatam kadayadu. Fan also will go for a toss. Water heater also will go for one day to replace. Physical body also replace. Right? If you can't hear anything, what do? You have to get a ear plug. Right? Something. So all the parts, heart also people can replace. People heart operation, what they do? Artificial heart program. Pacemaker, they put pacemaker in there to boost things. So they are all subject to change. And because of you're living in that world, it is subject to dukkam and sukham. All these things are there. I do not have anything like this. So name. So nothing to do with me. Tvaya kritena karyam. So therefore, tvaya means you. And kritena karyam. Kritena means the act of doing. Karyam means the whatever action you do, the action which you do by you. Tavacha. See the word tavacha. So kritena karyam tavacha advayatvataha. You bring the word tavacha advayatvataha. So tavacha means what? It is also not for you. So Atma is saying that neither it is for me, neither it is for you. But you seem to be thinking it is for you. Why he says? Because advayataha means what? You are advayam, you are not different from me. You are not different from me, thereby you also should not have any ownership. So here the Atma or the tells the mind that try to be like me. Try to be like me where you be free from devoid of any relationship, or try to minimize relationship, try to be distant. And when you do that, you will feel better. You will feel more control. You will feel more less entangled and less subject to all these problems. It is not saying that you should drop everything. It is saying that you are living in the prapancha. Slowly, one has to withdraw from those activities. See, a mumukshu's role is what? Mumukshu's role is actually for continuous improvement. Right? So in TQM we call Jamba Kaiser. It's a continuous improvement. So you have to improve. You're not happy with the quality of the work. So what do? You keep improving the quality. And you want to make sure there are no defects. And the process of manufacturing doesn't involve any defects, and you're able to produce the same product each and every time despite people changing or any other things changing. But the process should be systematic, right? The application should be same. So the same way here also, people change, relationship change, situation change. You become old, you become, it doesn't matter to you. You still produce, or you still are the same person year after year, and you do not change or change your stance. Right? So that is what it means here. So it's asking us to improve. So aham ekaha na mad anyate anyat ishyate thatha na kasya api aham asmi asangataha asanga ahamasmi atah name tvaya karyam sakritena karyam cha advaitvatah. Is it clear that particular verse? So Atma tells the Buddhi that you be free from the Anatma world. Try to withdraw from the Anatma world, come into my world. Or my world means what? There's only one world. There's no your world or my world. There's only one ekam. So when the Vyashti Vichara resolves into Samashti Vichara or total Vichara, then there is no individuality left there. That's what the same thing said here. Aham mamaiko na madhanyatishyate tatha na kasyapyaham yasangataha asangarupo hamato namitvaya krite na karyam tavachadiyatvatah. You got the words meanings for this? Okay. So the next verse, Acharya tells us why he composed this text. So the Acharya says, why did he compose this text? Let's look at this. Phale cha hetau cha jano vishaktavaniti. Phale cha hetu cha jano vishaktavaniti. Prachintyahameto prachintyaahamato vimokshanehi janasya samvadamimam prakalstavan. Janasya samvadimam prakalpavan. Swarupatatvat vibhuta karanam. Difficult words. So here, phalecha hetauhu. So janaha means people. Janaha means people. Phalecha hetau. So people are what? Phalaha means results. Right? And hetuhu, phalecha and he. So results and the cause. So people are attached to the cause and the results and the effect. So phalecha hetau cha vishaktavan. So vishaktavan means what? All this vishaya. So vishaktavan means the person who is enjoying ownership of vishaya, objective universe. It's called vishaktavan. See. So janaha vishaktavan means people are too much attached to the objective universe. Hetu and phalam. So hetu means the cause and phalam means the effect, or karya karana sambandha. Karya karana sambandha is called hetu and phalam. So either I go after the cause or I go after the results. So if I have the result, then what do? I try to go after the cause as to why it happened. So the results are coming to you, then you try to analyze as to why this has come to me. I want to go to the source and find out what it is. What made this whole thing go pear-shaped? So either the people are enjoying the results or they are busy analyzing the source of the result. So what does it do? It will drag you more into more vishaya, correct? So if you keep digging more into more same thing again and again, same thing if you go again and again, what it will result you in same thing, anatma. Whereas if you dig into the actual source, the Swarupam itself, then it will take you further and farther into that area, correct? Into Paramatma. In Anatma Prapancha, if you dig more and more, where it will take you? It will take you only Anatma Prapancha only. You will not be able to come out. Right? That's what it says here, that the people here are, he wrote this verse because he saw the people. They are all very busy running here and there because Acharya was sitting under a tree. Our party is there. So people come and go, they go past him, running around, and he sees the poverty, he sees the difficulties of people. And that's what he says, like, I composed this verse, this particular text, mainly because the people should know or should be aware that they are actually spending their time in Anatma Prapancha. Right? So, Karya Karana Sambandha or Phalam and Hetuhu. So, Aham. So, I have said this Aham. Mato Vimokshane. So, Mato Vimokshane means I have said this for their freedom, out of compassion. So, Vimokshana means what? For getting them out of this misery or out of this, the problem, for being compassionate. I want to be compassionate to them. I understand their problem, and for their moksha, I have composed this particular text. So the Acharya doesn't do something just because he wants to do something. He's enjoying this. Whenever there is anybody who does something, there is a result. Something is there. So here the Acharya is writing the text or composing the text mainly for the benefit of the mankind. Loka Sangraha, not for him. He already has got knowledge. He doesn't need to go and teach anything else. But he does it out of compassion. Right? So, Aham Mato Vimokshane. Janasya Samvadam Imam. So, Janasya Samvadam means this dialogue. Samvadam means what? It's a dialogue. See, Vadaha means just argument. So, Vadam means what? Just argument. So, Kudarka Vadam is cross argument. So, some people just argue because they have to argue. Now, let's have a conversation. So, conversation means what? You can talk about anything and anything. There is no connection to what you're talking about and what in relation to is also. So, in that topic, in that connection, there is no reference to Guru and Shishya or any topic of reverence. It can be talking about Dwarasana Bridge. It can be talking about some Mailapur or something happening there, or somebody Hathras is happening there. See, a lot of people are suffering in Hathras. A lot of people are suffering in COVID, etc. So some topic will start. What are they going to do out of it? See, the question is, you have an issue concern, you do something about it. If you cannot do anything about it, Chumma, what's the point? Right? See, the sun is moving here, the star is moving here, this is going there, and the ground, what are you going to do out of it? So, people are interested in this kind of things. Right? So, they are interested in changing the names. So there's a new thing called some namology or something. Somebody was talking to me the other day. My father-in-law was saying about namology. Namology in the Pulsa. What namology? That means Zikra Pera Mati Mera Matma. So if you got Rama, R-A-M-A, The 4-letter word should be called 7-letter or nanda இருக்கும் அப்படிங்க. Four is not good. அதனால RAAMAA அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So ராமா அப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க. So people are interested in this kind of things. So one guy is arguing, what is the changing of the letter? Is it going to move the graham from this graham to that graham? See, on the pair mathanala, is it going to change the Shukra Dashada Matrapada? It is a philosophy. So people are modern big. People are believing these kind of things. And there are many people who are involved in lots of modern big. That is not. Modern Bika means what? The people are busy in so many things. Karya, action, puja, punaskaram, parayanam, rituals, kada kalakshebam, bhajana kirtanai, namasankirtanam. So many things are there. They're busy all the time doing, etc. Without knowing why they are doing. So he says that people are busy. That's what he says. He says what? Jana Vishaktavan. So Vishayatvan and what? So Vishaktavan means the person who is actually busy in Vishaya. And Laukika Vishayatla Vishaktavan Sundra. Atmavan is a person who is interested in Atmavan. Dhanavan, Vishaktavan, Gunavan, all these things are there. So Vishaktavan is a person who is busy in this Laukika Vishaya. Iti, in this way. Prachintyaha, after seeing this, so Iti Prachintya, after seeing this, Aham Mato Vimokshane. So I decided to write this particular text. So in between all this text he's writing, he's saying that. Maybe he's repeating again. In the beginning of the Upanishastri, see, it has got two parts. One is the prose part and the poetry part. What we are talking about is the poetry part. The prose part I have not taken up for teaching yet. So which I will teach later on after I complete this. We'll go back to the prose part. So in the beginning of the prose part, he talks about the phalam or the result of studying this text. And there also he mentions the same thing. In between, people have forgotten or we have not studied it properly. He says, I wrote this for this benefit. Phalam phalecha heto cha janaha vishaktavan iti prachintya aham mato vimokshane. Correct. So janasya samvadam imam. So this dialogue between the samvada means what? Dialogue between the intellect and the atma is for the people I imagined. Samvada imam. So prakalpavan means what? Prakalpayati means imagining. So I imagined a situation where people are very busy. They are running around things. So for them, I think I should do something for them. So out of my own, interest and compassion for the people, which I have got the knowledge and I am enjoying the benefit, the happiness. So other people also should enjoy the same benefit. Correct. Yan petra inbam ivayagamanithum peruveer. So if you are happy, everybody should benefit. So the knowledge should not be only with you. Right? See, if you are knowledgeable, then your knowledge should be shared among everybody without any restriction. You cannot say, he will become a teacher. This is also another problem. See, the teacher has got lots of things are there. So the teacher may think that if I teach somebody full knowledge, etc., he will become a better teacher than me. Then all the students will go to him. So many teachers are in that category also. You will see in the Vaidika Parampara that they will not teach because avalu samadhyam bedu. Vadyarna holi koduthan. See, Vadyar will only give handle kodupar, like a deal. When you do the patang, right? How do you do? There is one person sitting behind and doing this. And the person says, when you wouldn't go out. So the pattam will go a little bit farther. Then moment he says, no, you bring it. So information is given in bits and drabs so that the person doesn't understand the total picture about it. But Vedanta Shastram is not like this. The more you give, the more complete the person becomes. And the more the complete the person becomes, other person also is benefiting, and in the process, he or she is actually propagating your own vision there. Ultimately, what you do know, you want to be free. Teaching also is a high attachment sometimes. After some time, teaching also should be given up, because when you're had enough students, you have done everything what you can, you've given the vision to the students, then the teacher also is free, the student also is free. Otherwise, the teacher and student will be bound together for lifetime. No, it's not possible, sir. I have to hold on to you. So you can hold on to me as long as, see, kaitadi till such time you are able to walk, you need kaitadi. As soon as you think you are comfortable, you still want to hold a stick and walk together. You do not. You leave the stick and go, run. Correct? Same way. So the Guru and Acharyan correction is called Sambhada. That's what it says here. Janasya Sambhada. So Sambhada means this connection between me and the intellect is through the instruction of the Guru and Shishya. So I am the Guru, and the Shishya is what? The mind. You're supposed to listen to me, but you're not listening to me. Correct? So manam pora pokil, kal pora pokil point. So Atma says, don't go like this, you follow me, and because of that, I've created this one. So the Sambhada Nimam, Prakalpava, I imagine, Swarupa Tattvarta, Tattvataha. So Swarupa Tattvarta means what? The understanding of Swarupa Tattvam. So understanding Swarupa Tattvam, I created this particular text. Janasya Swarupa Tattva Artha Vibodha. So Vibodha means what? Bodham means what? Knowledge. And Vibodham means clear knowledge. Bodham means knowledge. And Vibodham means what? Very clear knowledge. So Aham Samvadamimam Prakalpavan. So I had imagined this dialogue. So this particular Mati Vilapana Prakaranam is the dialogue between the mind and the Atma. So the mind is the student, and the Atma is supposed to be the Guru. The Guru tells the student that you are free. Or I have taught you everything what is available to you. See, still there is something there. Is there anything else you have not taught me? Doubt. See, the Kela Upanishad, very interesting discussion is there, which I'm going to see in next week or so. Not next week, the week after. Then the student Acharya says, I have taught you everything fully. I taught you the entire Brahma Jnanam, Upanishad, etc. The student still keeps asking, you explained me all the Jnanam, etc. What about the Upanishad? You have not taught me this. Is it Upanishad and Brahma Jnanam are not two different things? Because he is expecting the Jnanam to do some miracle for him. Rather than Jnana Mandaparam, something else has to occur for the Jnanam to kick in. You know what I'm saying? See, when the knowledge comes to you, then the knowledge has to do something for you. Other than knowledge vandachu, Ari vandachu. Ari vandaparam enna pannanom po? Edha pannaname. So the student also expecting, see, I've got all the knowledge now. What will you do with this knowledge now? So something has to be done. Something else has to be achieved beyond this. So Acharya says that once you achieve knowledge, nothing more to do other than this. He's not telling you to remain idle. What he's saying is that you revel in the Ananda, you just be yourself. You do not need to go and achieve other things to make this knowledge more successful. If you want to do successful, you can do teaching, etc. It is okay, but for your own benefit. But you're not going to get more and more and more Ananda out of this because you're already full. Right? That's what it says here also, that this people, Vibodha Karanam. So Janasya Sarupa Tattva Artha Vibodha Karanam, for the purpose of giving the people very clear knowledge about their Swarupaha, their nature, as to who they are. And Vimokshane, for the purpose of liberation. So the entire teaching has been given for us, free. out of compassion by the Bhagavan Adi Shankara. So he has given all these texts for us to study and get knowledge out of it. It is not to be kept in some corner in the library, puja panni. You know, someday, I think some other house I went there, I saw Devatan Kural, beautiful books, 7 volumes of books. Nicely, like a domino effect, munadi pinadi la decorate panni, la flower la vechu, I mean, la puja la panni, agarbatti la all put la put. So I asked him, do you read this book every day and then do archana or illappa adu chumma adu show kuchirken adu pre-walled photo vechirukken adukku vandu puja nanga daily flower poturuvom and but you don't read the book adala yaar padikkiradhu sir the book abada thooku each book is this big, each book is Shukla Grewal Aral Gupta mari book study accounting. You know, the Shukla Grewal Aral Gupta is supposed to be sleeping. I don't know if you are in Podar College, you should go to G7 and all the people there, they get tired of studying all the books, etc. They then directly all the bookkeeping knowledge will go from the book itself into the head. So because I saw the people, I mean, so same way here also. It is not for keeping, you know, in the library. For books, lots of books, everything is there. Said, how many times have you taken one book and studied? No, I had study kala adala onnilla sir. Chumma oru edukka vechirukken appadina. Show ka vechirukken. I like to collect books. I like to show books appadina. That is not for this. This is written mainly because people are interested in this kind of activity, in Vishaya activities, Vishaktava. For them to be free from that, I have created this text and dialogue is in this manner, correct? So, Phalecha heto cha jano Vishaktavan iti prachintya aham mato vimokshane janasya samvadam imam prakaltavan Swarupa Tattvartam Vibodha Karanam. So the Karanam means the reason or the purpose of liberation. I compiled this particular dialogue between the mind and the Atma. Okay. Then number 6, which is the last of this one. This new Bhashyam is there. Okay, so it's so clear there. Samvadamitam yadi chintayan naroho Samvadamitam yadi chintayan naro Vimuchyate jnana mahabhayagamat Vimuchyate jnana mahabhayagamat Samvadamitam yadi chintayan naro Vimuchyate jnana mahabhayagamat Vimukta kamascha tata janas sada Vimukta kamascha tata janas sada Charatya shoka sama atma vitsukhi. Okay. So, yadi naraha etam. So, yadi naraha means if a person. So, yadi means if. Naraha means what? A person. So, anyone, male, female, doesn't matter. Yadi means a person who meditates on this particular aspect. What is to be meditated? Samvadamitam. Samvadaha chintayet. So, samvada means a person who meditates on this particular dialogue between the Atma and the mind, the Guru and the Shishya. Ajnana mahabhaya agamat. So, Ajnana bhaya means what? The Ajnana bhayam agamat. So jnanam comes, and when jnanam comes, ajnanam leaves. So mahabhayam. So mahabhayam means what? The greatest fear. So the fear of what is of death or fear of delusion is the mahabhayam. Right? Agamat means the great fear of death, which seems to be approaching, engulfing the person, or the great, uncertainty about everything else which I'm having, will be gone. Vimukta kamascha. So vimukta means what? Free. And kamascha means from kama, from the desire or from the pursuit of vishayaha. Vishaya, you will not become vishayatvan, you become atmavan. So vishaya, you become free from vishaya. So vimukta kamascha tata janaha. So those people. So tata jana, those people. Sada charati. So always understand. Sada charati means the people, they move about, they wander about, they understand that they are ashokaha. So ashokaha means what? The person who is actually sad person. Ashokaha means what? The person who is actually free from shokaha, ashokaha. So these people who follow this teaching, sammadhametam yadi chintyaha naraha vimuchyate ajnana maha bhayam agamat. So when the jnanam comes, see the jnanam is says here is actually ajnanam here. Ajnana mahabhaya. Because the mahabhayam is ajnanam. It's not with real evidence. So when the fear is approaching, you have to remember this. Right? So whenever you feel that knowledge is not available to you, he says, you remember the dialogue between the Atma and the mind. Remember the Samvada. And Chintya means meditate, not just remembering. You consistently think about it, go through it, revise it, make sure that you understand very clearly. Right? So Anuchintanam. So Chintanam means what? Remembrance. Right? Anuchintanam means what? Consistently thinking about. And what do you think about? This particular sammadam. Sammadam anuchintanam. Or Brahma anuchintanam. Sammadam etam yadi chintyaha naro vimuchyate ajnana mahabhaya agamat. Vimukta kamascha. So therefore you will be free from all the kamas. Tata janaha. So those people who are doing this, only for those people. He's not talking about other people. For people who are interested, it is available. If you're not interested, you continue to be Vishayavan. So there's no problem at all. You continue to be where you are and you enjoy what you're trying to do there. Right? Those people, Sada Charati, what do? They move about. They traverse this world, or they move around this entire universe, understanding that they are Ashokaha. They are actually Ashoka. They are not actually sad person, they're always happy person. Ashoka opposite is happiness, correct? And Samaha, another one. Equal. So Samatta Buddhi is referred here. Samaha. Atmavit. So they become Atmavit. Vishayavit, Atmavit. So Atmavit means what? The knower of the Atma is called Atmavit. Correct. Then Sukhi, Atmavit Sukhi. So they remain happy ever after. So like in all the movies, what happens? End of the hero comes and bashes, the villain actually goes to jail, and then the heroine comes and everything is very good. Photo is taken finally on the mother's head. So for all the fighting you do, etc. you do, then the hero emerges as villain, as the winner. So the hero comes and says that, look, I have bashed everybody else and finally I'm the winner. The evil is removed and then good survives. Same way here also. In this way, if the person struggles in this entire life, by remembering this dialogue between me and the mind, the person becomes free. Jana sada charati. He ever roams about. He always wanders around without any particular problem about any situation. Ashokaha samaha atmavat sukhi. So sorrowless, equanimity with equanimity, self-possessed and blissful. So Atmavat means the one who is the owner of the Atma. The one who takes ownership of the Atma is called Atmavat. Or Atmavit, also the knower of the Atma. And he is blissful. Sukhi means very happy. Right? So with the wisdom gained by this particular Samvada, the insecurity in life will be removed. Just like in the Katha Upanishad. When Nachiketa goes to Lord Yama and he asks for Jnanam, Lord Yama tempts him with so many things. He says, see, you are all not ready for here. You just come here because your father has said something that I want to give you to Yama. So you have taken literal meaning of Yama and you come to me. But I cannot take your life because your life is not yet finished. So you still have got lifespan. So I cannot take something which doesn't belong to me. See, Yaman also there, what? He will not do something. See, when knowledge comes, Yaman also will be afraid because the Markandeya also see when the person Markandeya holds on to the Shivalingam, Yamas comes and tries to to pull. Shiva gets angry. Said, you leave these people alone. He is my devotee. He has come to surrender. In Jnanam, he has come to surrender to me, and Yama also cannot come. So when in Jnanam, Yama also is afraid because what? Death does not approach the person because death is something for the person who is afraid of the physical, is being a physical body. When you say that I am not a physical body, then what Yama will come into your physical body? Take my body, it's okay. That's what you want, but you cannot take my Jnanam. You cannot take from me who I am because I am already this Nitya Buddha Shuddha. So that's what it says here. This particular text should be remembered, this particular Samvada should be remembered by the person who is a Mukshuhu, who is a seeker of knowledge. And by pursuing this particular path, this Samvada, the person will be free from Bhayaha. And thereby he will become Ashokaha, Samaha, Atmavat and Sukhi. Is that clear? Any questions? You got any of this so far? Subbu, you are okay? You got the meaning?
Yeah.
I know you're writing all the notes. Sometimes
yes.
you'll come out.
No, yeah, I'm making notes. Yes, that's for sure. Yeah.
So you got the meaning for all the words?
Yeah, I'm trying my best. So I'll get it once I read it again. I'll try to. But I'm getting my typing speed is not as fast as the discussion. So it's okay. I think I captured most of it.
Jaishankar, you're okay?
Yes, good. But easier. Vakyam.
See, because you see, you're finding easy because see, Kena Upanishad, all the related. See, see, that is why the advantage of studying all the text is because it reiterates your thinking. See, even the Kena also, the student has understood everything. Yesterday when we talked about, he asked, is there something else missing? You think you have told anything? So the Acharya is thinking as to what made the student ask this question. What would have been the thought process of the student who had asked the question? See, the student is not asking illogical question. See, in Shastram, there's a thing called useless question because the question which is asked is from the perspective of the person who is the receiver. And the dialogue which is the knowledge given is from the perspective of the giver. So there can be some differences in the way it is understood by the person and it is received by the person also. So the student is actually assimilating all this. He is a brilliant student. A good student, understanding everything. Okay, I have become Brahman now. See, so that's why asking. See, நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்தா எல்லாம் புரிஞ்சிச்சா? இதுக்கப்புறம் what should do அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, you do not do anything. No, but see, this when Purva Paksha gets up in other Upanishad says, see, you have said something as an addendum to this verse. You should do tapo, you should do jnanam, etc. Why do you say this? So I think you should do this. After this, you must do meditation, you must do austerity, you must do all of them to support this jnana. Acharya says, no, that is not. They are called addendum, mean they are ancillary things which is said along with that. It doesn't mean that you should do that. Once you are already free, you can leave everything else. Because in knowledge, what happens? In knowledge, all the karmas are removed. All meditations of this, everything is, there's no karma there. Why do you want to go back to again do the same thing? That is why jnanam should free you from karma, from rituals. The puja, punaskaram, all the things should free you from this. If you still not have the knowledge, you'll continue to do this because the karma jnana samuchayam is still there. But the day you have full jnana, purna jnana, complete jnana, then you will understand the wake of knowledge that they will leave you. You don't have to leave anything there. You will also, when you leave that particular thing, you will not feel guilty that you are doing. See, viparita bhavana irukkiya, you na pandana prashne adume bhagavan kanna kuttiruvar appa. இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும். See, some people have got இன்னைக்கு பாவம். See, today I didn't do anything. இதான் நடக்க போறது. I don't know what's going to happen. Today something ஏதா ஆக போறது. See, it may happen because your prarabdha is there. It is not because that you didn't do anything because of that. See, காக்கா உட்கார்ந்து பனங்கா விழுந்த மாதிரி ஆயிடும். So if it happens, it's going to happen. It's ordained. So just because you have not done anything or anything is not going to happen. It is our own philosophy. So the thinking which is there, which is making us more papakari. So in knowledge, all these things are free. It removes you from all these things. Sometimes the Nastika people can accept philosophy easy because all kadavullu onnu kedaidu. The Astikar kalya avalukku dhaan prachana irukum sometimes. Because Astikam to you have to go to a situation where there is no Bhagavan. See, they don't accept Bhagavan because they do not know what Bhagavan is. See, Nastika, I mean what? They're not interested in know. Right? They disregard, saying that Nane illam. So I am the person, everything on the and the Ahankaram. So the Ahankaram actually removes, makes them understand that there's no God other than me. In Astikaha, what they show is that there is another person who is powerful than me, and I surrender to the person or Astika view. Astika view, because of the person's bhakti, then the person becomes connected to the person. Then that's where Jnanam tries to free. He said, actually, it is right, you should have the Kadavul Vaipada as well. Understanding that these things are required for preparing for Jnanam. Once you have attained this Jnanam, then you do not need to do all these activities because you have taken ownership of the Bhagavan yourself. You have become Bhagavan yourself in the wake of understanding you and Ishvara are non-separate. So when you two are non-separate, where is the question of doing action? Where is the question of doing papam, punyam, langar? Only when you have separation of duties, you have papam, punyam. Right? That's what is taught here. So it's a very subtle lesson being taught, but understanding this is very important. Because nadaimurila vandu practical is difficult to implement because we are living in the Anatma Prapancha, and Anatma is talking to Anatma all the time. Atma doesn't talk to Anatma, correct? Because it can't talk. So we always deal in the same situation, and we interact in the same situation. So it is difficult for us to understand this. But only cognitively only you have to understand this. Otherwise, the mind has to be relaxed. So you have to free yourself from all this slowly, step by step. But if you withdraw, it's difficult. Shrikant, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. See, your next class we will have actually after the Vijayadashami. Okay, so we completed this chapter now. So I want to give a break for Navaratri and other puja and everything people do at their own home. Everybody has got their own puja. Durga, puja is there. People do a lot of things at that. People will come to your house and go. After you have to meditate also on this Supreme Shakti. This particular 2 weeks time, 9 days, is Devi Varibad. So one has to worship and contemplate on all these kind of activities. So we'll break, and then after Vijayadashami is over, the subsequent Sunday we'll meet again and we'll continue from verse number 9, chapter number 9.
Is this same for Kena Upanishad class also?
Yeah, Kena Upanishad also will break after this next Friday class. So all the Vedanta class, all the chanting classes, I'm going to give them break for 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm not going to resume anything until Vijayadashami starts. So next week we'll have our last class for all of them. After that we'll have a break. But the break you should use it for going to the notes, correcting what you want to do, revisiting what you want to do. You get time. So whatever time you have allocated now, you make sure that that time is used for productive purposes for whatever you're doing there. Okay. Hari Om.
Thank you, Shankar. Pranam.